going to take a look at the instruction sheet first for this Panzer I. This is a Ausf. So it comes with a 10 screws of plastic. Plus it comes with a hull, the lower hull, the upper hull. There's some transparent parts. There's some photo etch. It comes with photo etch, and a small decal sheet. All it has the crosses. So like on most tanks, you start with the hull and suspension. You put the wheels and sprockets and everything together. Then you put the suspension on the hull, the road wheel arms on the hull. Here's the gearbox and everything, and all suspension parts there. Here, more work on the underside of the hull. And now you're putting the road wheels on, and sprockets and everything on. And then you go and do the track. Which, you know, I usually start with the track, like I said before, with painting it, not with assembling it. I paint it on the sprues, at least the red color, and probably the red, the orange, and the brown, and the silver. Put it on, and when you put it on, then another coat of the brown wash on it, a red brown wash. And then when you're finished with that, here you start with putting details on the top of the hull. This is here's some photo etch for the grills here. Putting the top of the hull and the bottom of the hull. Here is the block for the driver. Then here you put all the details on the fenders. Here there's more detail for the fenders. It has all the tools and everything, all the Pioneer tools, lights and fire extinguisher. And then here on the bottom, step 9, we're already by step 9. You put the fenders on the tank, and here is a plate for the back. It's like an armor plate that they have over the back of the that you have over the exhaust. The back is usually the weakest part of the tank, anyways. And hopefully you never have enemies coming from that way. I shall stay in the front, actually. Here by step 10, start with the turret. Some detail on the top, putting the mantlet on. Here, the machine guns for the main gun. Putting the turret ring here. And then you put the turret on. You put the antenna on. Here's a box for the back. I don't know if it's a radio box or it's like a toolbox or what. I'm not really sure what these are. And then there's still some track in a box. But anyways, it's not a complicated. It was a pretty easy build, actually. It wasn't complicated, and it turned out really nice, I think. And here we have the Panzer I here. I built this quite a few years ago, but I did do a lot of weathering on it. I also did a paint job on it that was faded. It looks like it's an old vehicle, even though I didn't do chipping. But in my experience, I don't know how it was in World War II, but when I was in the Army, when the tanks were too chipped and stuff, they would be repainted. I think and I know they were always putting new paint on there, like a field camo and stuff on their tanks. So people do a lot of chipping. I don't really know. it doesn't matter. Anyways, I did a lot of weathering, and I did a lighter color gray to show it's been worn and in the sun a long time. So let's take a look. The first thing I really want to show the first thing I really want to show is these weld lines here. They look really good, and they kind of put it together to where it's like where the two pieces of the hull go together is a weld line, so it matches up pretty well. And if there's a little any kind of problem with the glue or whatever, then it doesn't really show because the weld line is there to cover it. It has some nice detail here, and you see it's been sitting for a while, and there's a little separation that creeped in here, so the color, the base colors are shining through, because I guess when we moved, it got broken a little. But it's not hard to fix. I have some things that like the B-25 landing gear broke. I ordered metal landing gear for it. I'll be doing that next. One of my aircraft in one of the boxes broke. I don't know what broke off of it, but I heard it. It has nice tools on it, I think. The jack has some good detail on it. It also has I've seen some that comes in a single piece. It's not very detailed, and has a lot of flash and molding lines and stuff, but this one looks good. I wasn't really happy with how the box turned out. I wanted it to be a wood color. It looks so-so, I think. Actually, it should be, if it's a worn tank, it should be like old worn wood more. Like the brown gray, like I think that wood turns. But it would probably be painted anyways, because they would try to protect it with paint, I think. This was separate track links, and this one, I have a lot of problems sometimes with separate track links. They don't seem to fit very well, but these turned out, I thought, these turned out pretty well. You can see here a little bit where I think it dried a little weird, but I think it turned out really well. The exhaust. Oops, don't want to break the antenna. Here the exhaust. I did it rusty dirty there underneath. I don't really, when I weather, I don't weather the bottom. It sits on the bottom, nobody sees it anyways. I think it's kind of weird though how the Panzer Is have these gaps in the fenders. I don't. Is that so it don't get so mud doesn't get cut up underneath it or something? I don't know. Or maybe it's so people can get out of the hatch. There's really nice detail on the kit. I think it's a really nice kit. But you see, we have parts broken off here. Something broke off here. You have to go back through and look and see what's supposed to be there. I have extra parts, so all in all, it turned out pretty well. And I recommend this kit. It's a good build, and it wasn't that difficult either. Even the piece together track wasn't that difficult, so anybody could really do it. To paint it, I used a Revell Field Gray and Revell Beige for the weathering there. Then I used some red brown too as well. In other parts, like here underneath, I put up some red brown weathering. I also did that on the track. First, I painted with the dark red Seagull wrote. I didn't put any orange on it. I wasn't doing no orange at this time. But I did the Seagull wrote, and then a little metallic around the parts that stick out, like here on the edges of the track, a little silver, and to give it a worn look, and then some brown over it, some red brown, to blend it together a little. I always do it all by hand. And in my next video, we'll be taking a look at this MiG-21 MF Fishbed J, whatever all that means, from Academy in 1/48 scale. Another inbox review. Oh, it's kind of like the MiG-21. If you look at all the jets from back then, the American, we had the Shooting Star and the Sabre, or Super Sabre. And it looks like by those aircraft they were going more by like sleek style or something like this. But you look at the MiG-21, it looks mean. Plus they had a really neat design with putting the intake in the front of the nose, I thought. I always kind of liked the MiG-21, so I'm going to end up building one of these days. Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications of my new videos. Until next time.